Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features the top-scoring pass offense in the NFL. The Falcons are #1 in pass TDs, and they go up against the Raiders defense that will try to keep them out of the end zone. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gott and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 12 matchup.
Thank you very much, Larry. You are looking live at the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between our visitors and the Atlanta Falcons. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here we go. White 20. White 20. Go.
Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. look to throw again. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Ready. Gun.
Back to throw again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Time running out here on the play clock. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And here's a look at the starting offense. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
Here we go now. Green 39.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding time. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Leopard, Leopard. Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing. Let's go. 3-19.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Detroit, Detroit. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go. Detroit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile, moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
Here we go now. Gun.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. This will be caught just inside the 10. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Their big tight end, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. Doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Let's go now. Left 35. Gun. Check. Here we go. Check. Gun.
Tighten up.
Here we go.
And And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8.
Black 35. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Go.
He'll drop to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he's got it up and through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Back to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ready. White 18. White 18. Check, check, check.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take him into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistent.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Ready, right 18. Right 18. Check, check, check. Gun, gun, 20. Right, check, check, check. Gun, gun, gun. Ready, black 35. Black 35.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Ready. Half, half, half.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Right 20. Right 20.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up first and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Right 20.
First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Let's go now. Black 35. Black 35.
Now they send a man in motion right. Looking to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Their big tight end. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he's got his man on the out route. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. And they're going to go soft on the corners. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Now that's the way you run offense. Understanding your clock situation. Excellent job getting to the sideline and getting out of bounds. That's the way to conserve time.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Seven yards remaining here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he finds a man on the crossing route. So we have come to halftime, and what's already... Jeez, don't you at least want your guys to get a drink of water? Probably pretty thirsty. Whatever, your wish, our command. 3rd quarter now. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Play fake. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Fielded just inside the 20. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game at Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Ready. Left 30, gun. Half. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of 1 yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Left 35. Check. Ready. Left 35.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
Let's go now. Right 18.
And they'll run it here. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Let's go now. Let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Wide open receiver complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Set. Right 20. Right 20. Check. Go.
They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Ready. Right 18. Right 18. Gun.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's taken down deep in their territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And it's third down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. And his kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And they're going to speed things up here.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards there on the catch and run. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Looking to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. A'Shawn Robinson coming up the middle. Gets him there for a loss of about 9. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up 2nd down. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the... Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And now here come the Raiders. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach... called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And his throw here's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up the game.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And quickly, now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Jalen Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to